Welcome, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcoming everybody to today's session. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 6th. My name is Lana, Shalom, and I'm welcoming you all to the live session. Today's live session, we will be focusing on essential oils and Neurographica, how to use essential oils within your coaching sessions. By the way, you can use it not just with Neurographic, you can use it within any coaching sessions. I will explain how it will aid. And within Neurographica, since I am a certified instructor and coach in Neurographica, within Neurographica, it's an amazing, amazing way. Again, I will show you, I will explain to you how we do it, okay? First of all, hello, hello to the world. I am going live here from Florida, USA. And I am so glad to see, I'm just making sure I'm on Facebook, I am on Instagram. Didn't have a chance to go on Instagram yesterday. Kids are Zoom schooling, so they were using my iPads. They're still Zoom schooling today, but I was able to give them another iPad. So today I'm very glad to see everybody. Welcome, welcome. Let me check something, making sure. Okay. Make sure everybody see me. I want to make sure I see Facebook, and sometimes people write comments and ask questions. So I want to make sure I'm here. Okay, let's talk about essential oils today. Amazing, amazing topic. I personally love essential oils. That is something I truly, truly enjoy using. I have been an avid user for essential oils for over about 2 years already, maybe more. But I have actively been using essential oils within the coaching sessions that I do, whether it's Neurographica, whether it's psychology of money, any live sessions that I lead, I enjoy using essential oils within that session. It's an amazing, amazing way, okay? First of all, I want to tell you a little bit about what essential oils are. For some of you who are not as much aware, for some of you who may heard about them, but are not, regular users. I use essential oils all the time. I wake up in the morning, my kids love essential oils. I wake up in the morning, I put a little bit, for example, orange, I like to put orange in the morning. It gives you this boost of energy. It's absolutely amazing. I use essential oils as a way to bring fresh scent into the air. You know, when my vacuum cleaner, I have the robot one that goes around, I always afterwards put in, so it gives that fresh aroma, when you come in after a clean vacuumed room. Same thing here, right? When afterwards, after you finish, it's kind of, after you finish the vacuuming, you put a little bit into the carpet and it smells amazing. I use them into my restroom. Love, love, love essential oils. We have those diffusers. My husband is an avid user, loves using the diffusers. I'm more of a natural, the actual essential oil users, putting a few dots. Excellent job. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about essential oils so you kind of have an idea of what's, of what is happening, of why, what is the best way to use them, what is the reason to use them. Just in general, I want to give you some information. So inhaling the aromas from the essential oils can stimulate the areas of your limbic system, okay? Limbic system is a part of the brain that plays a role in emotions and behaviors, sense of smell, and long-term memory, okay? There is also olfactory system. The olfactory system is connected to the sense of smell, and the sense of smell is the strongest tie to the memory. This is so important, okay? When you use the sense of smell, it allows you to tap into a deeper knowledge, to get into your subconscious, to allow you to bring change to the conscious thought and to your actions, okay? It begins with the noses, okay? The sensory neuron, okay? Once an odor molecule, right, a molecule of the scent, right, let's say in this case, the essential oil, binds to the receptor, it initiates an electric signal that travels through the sensory neurons, the favorite word neurons in Neurographica. Those of you in Neurographica, you know what I'm talking about. The neuro part, right? Where we connect to the way the brain functions, the neuroplasticity, the way the brain can, what? Kind of adjust itself to the environment you're seeking, right? Through the sensory neuron to the olfactory system, which is at your forebrain, okay? Olfactory system has all of the physical organs and the sensory system that are associated with the sense of smell. Okay, the biology part is almost over. Okay, but it was important for those of you who know biological part, anatomical, the way connections are made, the way the neurons work. Okay, the way we get in touch with our receptor, the way we get in touch with with our memory. This was an important part. Okay. When we inhale through our nose, okay, the airborne molecules react immediately with olfactory system. Again, olfactory system is the way we connect to memory. Okay, this is what you need to remember in this part. Okay, it has other connections as well, but in our case, it's a memory that's significant. Okay, and the molecules react immediately within the olfactory system and start affecting the limbic system. Okay, your emotional brain. Okay. There's a neuroscientist named Candice Burks, right? She pioneered the research that focused on the receptors that lie in the brain. And she talked a lot about the term molecules of emotion. Guys, do you remember yesterday we talked about the wheel of emotions? We discussed emotions. This is what it's all about, okay? Connecting to the emotional self of who you are, okay? She said, this is important, this neuroscientist named Candice Burke, right? She talked about the receptors that lies in the brain, right? And she said that the neuropeptides there are found in the limbic system, and it's really making the imperial brain, tying it to the scientific notion. Again, the scientific part is over. Those of you who want a more who wants to hear about essential oils on a practical level, here we come, okay? When we talk about essential oils, what we're really connecting are to the 7-level chakra system. Okay, this is very important. Okay, the 7 energy points. What are chakras? Chakras really are the 7 energy flows or 7 energy vortexes, right? There's actually more than 7, but the most widespread, the practical ones are the 7 energy flow centers. Okay, so what happens with the energy centers? When we start going through the energy system, the emotions, okay, the nervous system, they come to the reaction, okay? We start reacting to the way, whenever we start looking, remember we talked yesterday also about the, actually not yesterday, I spoke about it yesterday in the basics course, but you guys know, you can go and watch the previous videos called the Pyramid of Consciousness, right? Has a direct relation to the Neurographic method. Now, what is the Neurographic? What is the Pyramid of Consciousness about? The fact that we have certain parts of consciousness that we call active consciousness. Active consciousness is something that we react to in our everyday life, our environment. I look around, I see something, somebody's touching me, somebody's telling me something. I react to that. How do we react to that? It's something called operational consciousness. Operational consciousness is something that we do through actions, okay? When I see something, I react, that's an action. How do I react to something? The way I receive information from my environment is through my 5 senses. Okay, what are the 5 senses, right? We all know this. Nose is for smelling, right? That's important because we're talking about essential oil. Eyes is for seeing, right? We see through our eyes, we react to what we see. We hear through our ears, we react to what we hear. We talk through our mouths, we eat through our mouths, we nourish ourselves through our mouths. What other receptors do we have? Right? Breathing also through our mouth, right? Remember, we have 5, right? We have fingers for touching, okay? Did I say 5? I said 4. Ears, eyes, ears, mouth, nose, and touching, okay? 5 senses of smell, 5 senses of reaction to the environment, okay? Now, this is the way our nervous system gets involved, okay? Now, the scientific research shows that whenever we have some kind of issues, right? Let's say during this, any coaching sessions, whether it's using Neurographic or whether it's using any other types of practices, we constantly involve what? We involve our eyes, we see, we involve our ears, we hear, and we often involve our mouth, we talk. Now, Neurographic is very unique because we also involve our fingers. So that involves our touching sense, right? What is the only sense of, what is the only sense that we do not involve during, regular coaching session? The smell. Yet the smell is a very strong sense that needs to be involved, okay? This is very, very important, okay? When we smell something, it connects us to the part of our brain that connects us to the unconscious. Guys, do you remember in Neurographica, we discussed this again, the pyramid of consciousness, right? We need to go through all the levels in order to get to our unconscious and start working within our drive, within our soul, right? Our major kind of pool of energy source. Now, and this is the most interesting part. What do we do? How do we get in touch with it? Now, this is why the essential oils come into an important part. The way to get in touch with our conscious would be through the sense of smell. The sense of smell will take you through all the levels that you would usually try to go through mental or emotional level. You can do it easily through the sense of smell, okay? I want to tell you a little more about essential oils, okay? Now, essential oils, there's a way to connect essential oils through what I mentioned before, the energy flow centers, right? The energy points, also known as chakras, right? We all know there are 7 major chakras. I'm going to explain them to you now quickly, just for those of you who don't know. I know most of you probably do know, because I know it's such a widespread information, but I will touch upon some basic information for those of you who don't, okay? The red chakra is on the base, right? It's situated in your body between your legs, right? It's called Muladhara. It's the color red usually. It's the coral point of your adrenaline gland. It is responsible for security, courage, and physical comfort, okay? If you want to write it down, I personally know it by heart. There is the second chakra is orange chakra. It is located closer to your tummy. For women, it also connects to the uterus. So this is a very feminine oriented, feminine connected energy point, right? So in the orange chakra, it's usually shown by orange color. The tailbone, it corresponds to the kidney function, the gonads, and it corresponds to the creativity, the pleasure center, and your definition of sexuality. Again, for women, it's connected to the uterus. So it's right? It's a way to procreate, right? Remember, connected to your creativity, procreation, right? Having children, the way you feel about motherhood, the way you connect to your own mother, right? It's giving and receiving, right? Both your connection with your mother and your connection to your children, okay? The yellow part, the yellow chakra is the solar perplex, right? It's funny, it's not funny, it's not coincidental, quite functional that it's color yellow, right? It's connected to the solar perplex, right? Connection to the sun, the color of the sun. It's connected to your digestive system, your inner world, it's your charisma, your personal power, your self-esteem, and it's also the part where you start connecting to the environment, you start connecting to others, you start connecting to the society around you, to others basically, okay? And we're going to go up. Now I can even show you. Green is a heart chakra, right? Over here in your chest. Some people show it. Most of the time chakras are in the middle. Some people connect it to your brain and they would show you to connect it to your heart and they would point to your heart. But really it's always, all the chakras are always situated in the middle, okay? Now, the green chakra is a connection between the higher energy points and the lower. The green chakra is right in the middle. 3 chakras below and 2 chakras are above. So the green chakra is a connector, right? What connects is the balance between your outer, right, which is the inner, we connect to others, and your upper, which is a connection to yourself, okay? It is also connected, of course, as we mentioned, heart, love, compassion, higher power that actually comes in. It connects you to the way you give love and the way you receive love, okay? The next step we're gonna go is gonna be over here in your neck, right? In your throat, however you wanna look at it. The inner part is the throat, the outer part is the neck. It's the color blue, maybe light blue, okay? And it, of course, connects you to the thyroid function, connecting you to communication. Yeah, exactly, right? This is what we use to communicate our need. This is what we use to communicate ourselves to others, right? The way we position ourselves, the way we see, the way we express our needs, right? And wants, and also the way we bring our needs and wants to ourselves by nourishment, eating, right? Going through your mouth, but it goes through your throat, right? Very important part. We're actually going to mention all those points tomorrow when we do the meditation. I'm going to show you tomorrow how you can incorporate meditation amazingly with the Neurographica method, with the Neurographica session. I'm just looking, making sure. Just want to make sure. Sometimes my Facebook freezes. Hi, Gigi. So nice to see you. Beautiful to see you here. And it's so important right. So the blue chakra also responsible for emotional balance, right? Connection to the emotions, inner peace. And again, being able to express your needs and to receive when others give to you, okay? The next point we're going to go is the one that's most widely spread. Everybody knows about it. It's the third eye chakra, right? It goes right here between your eyes. It's an amazing, amazing chakra, right? Actually doing this little exercise, and not so little, massaging the third chakra will connect you to your intuition. Being able to foresee certain opportunities, opening yourself up to seeing opportunities around you. I wanted to tell you that we always have opportunities that will bring our needs, that will bring the satisfaction to all of our needs, right? But sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes there is a fog. You want to clear the fog? Massage your third eye. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to connect to yourself, to your soul, right? For females, right? For women, it has an amazing, amazing significance because this is how we connect to our own unique female intuition, okay? Biologically speaking, again, anatomically speaking, the third eye is connected to pituitary gland, and it is in charge of what I already mentioned, intuition, your inner eyesight, right? Your fourth eye, knowing the way, knowing, not just believing, but knowing the pathway you're going, this path you choose to walk on is significant. It is your pathway. It is exactly where you need to go. And also being able to see, connecting to what's happening around you in your environment, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. This is one of my favorites. And now we'll go to the favorites, the purple chakra. It's right here. Some of you can actually put your hands. We do this exercise in biodynamics, actually. You put your hands here. This is how you feel your body. This is a great way to ground yourself. Just put your hand. Now, do not press your hand on it. This is very important. Just put your hand, position yourself, position how you feel. Your top of your head will be feeling the bottom, the palm of your hand, okay? Okay, very important. We do this exercise in biodynamics where we stand up on tippy toes and then we do this and we bring ourselves down. Great job, great exercise to grounding oneself, okay? So of course, this is the color purple. This is the crown chakra. You can actually form a crown. I like to do this a lot. In my session, we build a crown, right? And how do you feel when you wear a crown, right? Right away, when you wear a crown, you're going to feel your back, your spine straightening down. You're going to feel your shoulders like kind of aligning itself. It's an amazing, amazing, again, another great grounding exercise. You feel your body. feeling your body is a great way to feel grounded, okay? Yeah, and of course it connects you to your soul, to your spiritual guidance, to your spiritual pathway, and allows you to constantly feel like you're in the right direction for your spiritual guidance, okay? Now, I want to tell you a little bit about some essential oils. Now I'm going to show you how some essential oils, depending on what I told you about the chakras, you can look at the chakras, you can see what are your needs, right? Let's say take a topic, whatever the goal is, right? I'm going to choose something that I'm personally thinking about, something that's like so widespread. Buying a house, let's say, right? I'm not going to say, usually it used to be my usual typical goal that I would always bring into my oil sessions would be traveling. Nowadays, that's not so possible. So I'm sticking to something more practical, right? Something more possible to happen. So it's, let's say buying a house, right? Great goal, you know, shelter is one of the bottom part of the Maslow pyramid. It's providing shelter for yourself. It's one of the major ways to take care of your physical needs, okay? And it's great. One of the, you know, like I said, typical goal, okay? So let's say if you're looking at buying a house, you have to see which stage of this goal you're in and start looking, what is the chakra that you feel needs the most, okay? What chakra needs the most boost? What chakra needs the most support? And we're gonna work with that on the level of the essential oils, okay? Now, I want to tell you the way essential oils, the way we understand how essential oils work, okay, the way they work on your brain waves. It's so interesting. I have private students who I work with on the algorithms. And just a few days ago, we were working with them on the neurosketching algorithm, which involves an amazing part of neurosketching algorithm is the study of the brain waves, okay? The 5 types of brain waves. I'm sure some of you know, most of you may know, most of you may not know, some of you may not know. Everybody heard about the theta waves, right? Because there's a very popular theta healing nowadays that's becoming more and more popular. We also have delta and all of that. Brainwaves are very important to the way we function in everyday life, the way we do our chores, the way we work with something we study, the way we take any action or any goal, any topic we have in life, we can, it's very important the way, what kind of brain waves we have at that moment, okay? So we always try to achieve the most optimal brain wave that will help us make the best decision, right? There's alpha brain waves and there's beta. Beta is great for making, you know, quick decisions. It's great when people study. It's like a high functioning mental ability, okay? Like genius people, they operate on beta waves, okay? So the way we measure the way the brain waves work is called hertz, okay? Now, this is so interesting. I want to show you the way we measure, the way essential oils work. They also have frequency of hertz, but actually they go with megahertz, okay? Again, so interesting to see neurally how essential oils actually influence the way your brain waves work, okay? Certain essential oils will make your brain waves slower, right? Less peaky, will calm you down, will allow you to go to sleep, right? Like everybody heard about which is one of the most popular, the am I losing words? Not the violet one, but the lavender. I'm losing words. Lavender one. Need to put some more orange oils in my hand now. Lavender is an amazing essential oil when a person wants to go to sleep. My husband loves putting it for the kids when they go to sleep, and I want to tell you, they do go to sleep much faster once you put it on. Like he puts it in the diffuser, they go to sleep much faster. The thoughts, you know, not as runny. You really do feel better when they put the lavender. Okay. Again, remember lavender. What color association? Purple, right? The function with spirituality. It's so interesting to see the connection between the chakras and the colors of the essential oils. It's absolutely amazing. Let me check the Facebook. I want to make sure. Now, I'm going to tell you about few of the chakra of the essential oils. The most important one I want to mention, it's absolutely invigorating. It's my favorite, one of my favorite, but I would say even their favorite. It's the rose oil. Look how small it is. I'm going to tell you, the regular essential oils are this size. They're like, I believe like a half of a fluid ounce. Okay. I hope I do. Let me make sure again. Can you see me on Facebook? Yeah, I believe you do. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put it next to my bodies because on Facebook sometimes the background doesn't let you see it. The rose is a tiny one. It's a quarter of a fluid ounce, right? Yeah, even less. Yeah, it's like a quarter, but it's so strong. Okay, I want to tell you, rose has the highest frequency of megahertz, 320. Okay, the electromagnetic wave frequency that equals to 1 million hertz. Okay, the human brain, just so you understand, right? Remember, we just talked about brain waves. It functions usually between like 12.5 to 30 hertz. That's the alpha. For those of you who are not knowledgeable, who know the neurosketching, by the way, an amazing course. If you are interested, let me know. We have it in pre-recording. You can take it. It's an amazing, amazing cool way to learn, a different way through the brain waves to learn Neurographica. And of course, there's an inner way to learn about the neural line, by the way, different types of neural lines, okay? But so this oil, what this oil does, just to help you understand on the level of like the effect it has, what rose oil does is kind of like completely cleans out your karma. I am not joking. When you put the rose oil on a hertz level, on the level of the brain waves, it helped you like clean out all the unnecessary garbage, so to say. And of course, as you can imagine, the smell of the rose, it's, by the way, it's the most expensive oil, okay? My kids love it. My oldest daughter, she has it. She loves it. I buy it for her. We go through it, but it's so, like, I just opened it. I'm not even putting it on my hand, guys. The smell is divine. I'm not even going to compare this to you buying roses. This is smelling. As soon as I smell it, remember how I told you it connects you to memory, takes you to unconscious part? It's more than that. Like, I just opened this and it took me to my memory of being in my grandmother's garden where she grew fresh, tea rose. It's called the tea rose. It's like this dark red color. So beautiful. And I just remembered how I would come. No, I wouldn't take them off, but I would come and smell them right on the bushes. They're so amazing. If any of you ever smelled fresh roses, not in the florist store, but actually from the bushes, this is the smell of it. Okay, this is magnified many times because this is essential oils, right? Very concentrated, just so for you to understand how it works. Okay, so this is very, very important. For those, let's say, a lot of my clients who have certain areas that they need a lot of help with. Of course, it's very specific, it's very personal, but yeah, I use the rose oil for certain traumatic situations. Not going to go much into it. I have a whole course, a whole workshop that I did on trauma release through the Neurographic method. And yeah, we talk about the essential oils in there, and absolutely amazing. The rose oil is, I definitely recommend, but I do want to tell you it's very strong. And yes, you do have to love roses in order to be able to enjoy this kind of smell. Okay, absolutely amazing. My favorite, highly recommended. Now, what other important essential oils I want to tell you about? Bergamot. Okay, bergamot. If any of you like the English tea, right? I personally enjoy using the Ahmad. Ahmad didn't pay me for this. Maybe next time they should, but I enjoy the Ahmad brand. If you take the English breakfast, I personally love the English breakfast. Why? Because it has the bergamot. It spells B-E-R-G-A-M-O-T. The bergamot spice into it. So amazing, guys. Take the bergamot essential oil. Once you smell it, you know what I'm going to talk to. You know what I'm talking about. It's a certain smell that you would smell in certain teas. It's an amazing, amazing smell. Again, has a great amount of megahertz that allows your brain to process better, allows your brain to connect better to your goal, to whatever it is you're seeking, whatever new neuron. Remember what happens in Neurographica. Whenever we draw Neurographica, when we draw the neural lines, we are creating new neural pathways to achieve within that topic that we're seeking achievement within, right? Let's say buying a house, right? Like I mentioned, a very general goal, right? Buying a house. You want to buy a house. Once you start drawing Neurographica, you start connecting yourself to this idea, to this development on the brave. This is a very scientific method, okay? I will be making, by the way, very soon, an actual session on how Neurographica is completely a scientific method, okay? All the research and everything, I'll bring it in. So it's so interesting to start thinking and seeking into this fact that when you do essential oils, it connects you to this understanding that connects you to the new creation of the new neural pathways that connects you to your goal, to yourself being in your goal in the future. It's a lot of interesting psychological ideas here, okay? Sandalwood is also a very interesting essential oil. It's great for purifying and banishing negative energy. And also it allows one to connect to the divine, okay? The bergamot is great. By the way, bergamot, going back to bergamot, is great for relieving aggression, releasing grief, frustration, and also stimulating mind and bringing creativity. Okay, amazing, amazing. Now, I'm going to tell you now essential oils that you can use according to the chakras, okay? And then I'm going to actually show you how to do it, okay? So stay with me. So important essential oils for each chakra, okay? Again, go ahead and write it down if you want, because this is amazing information. I have it written down because I constantly refer to it, okay? Okay, so let's go again from the beginning, okay? The beginning is the red chakra, okay? Red chakra has to do with money, security, and safety. Yes, I did mention money, right? I actually, as a certified specialist in the psychology of money, I personally can connect money to any of the chakras. I am not joking. If you want to let me know, you can write that in comments. I will make a session how I will connect money to each and every chakra. There are different aspects of money within each chakra, but okay. The red is traditionally, right, known as a connection to money, connection to security, to safety. So the best essential oils for it would be patchouli. Patchouli is great for grounding, and something called angelica root. It's a great essential oil, angelica root. It's releasing anxiety and being present, also grounding, okay? The next chakra we have is orange chakra, right? Remember, it's connected to sensuality, physical pleasure, connected to food, connected also to the way we react, it's not our environment, it's creating the environment you want. Having the friends that you actually feel comfortable with, you know? It's creating, again, it is so much connected to creativity. It's creating anything and everything you want in your life. The best essential oil for the stimulation of the orange chakra is rose oil, lang lang. Okay, it spells with a Y, Y-L-A-N-G. Lang lang, Y is silent when you say it. Lang lang, and cinnamon or cinnamon bark essential oils. Okay, my Facebook page constantly gets frozen, so sometimes I stop and just refresh the page just so I can see your comments. Okay, and I see so many people. I'm so glad to see all of my friends here, giving me likes. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Glad to see you. The next chakra we're going to is the yellow chakra. Remember, it's a solar perplex, and it's connected to decision-making, connected to self-confidence, self-organization, by the way. Okay, the best essential oils for the yellow chakra are ginger, basil, and clove bud. Okay. Amazing, would be great for allowing, balancing this, the yellow chakra, which is a solar perplex, okay? The next one I can show you now, again, it's a green one, it's a chest one. It of course associated with your heart, it's associated with love, it governs the love that you get, it governs the love that you receive, right? energy. Also, if there are any issues with the energy points, by the way, like jealousy, closing down, or not allowing oneself to reach certain emotions from other people, right? Holding grudges, right? Again, people, those of you who are like future specialists, right? We're starting the specialist course soon. If you want to join, go ahead, right? Because you're going to deal with clients as becoming a specialist in the future when you start using Neurographic within your personal workplace, right? Within your personal practice, right? If you have clients who are victimized, who feel victimized, who like to make themselves as a victim, or the opposite. If you have clients who feel like they're a hero, they can solve everybody's problem, it has to do with this chakra, okay? The beautiful essential oils that associate with it. Chamomile. Chamomile has a great vibration that allows to come to balance in this area. Rose essential oil, remember we talked about the high frequency that can shake things up, okay? That can kind of balance things up. It is great again. Geranium is also a great essential oil to use at the green chakra level. Let's go up. The blue chakra has to do with communication, right? Fulfilling one's needs, right? It's connected on an anatomical level, biological level, connected to one throat and neck, right? And the essential oils that would greatly help balance this area is lavender, sandalwood, and frankincense, okay? Amazing essential oils to help you open up your communication center, okay? The next one, we're going to the navy. The color, oh, by the way, I kept talking about the third eye. The color over here is a navy, dark navy, right? Color over here, right? It has to do with intuition, wisdom, yeah, wisdom, awareness, foresight, right? And the best essential oils you can use are myrrh, very important essential oil, myrrh itself. Yeah, I know a lot of people who use grounded myrrh for healing purposes. So using myrrh essential oil is absolutely amazing. MYRRH, right? There's another essential oil called star anise, right? Any of you, if you remember, there's a certain smell. Star anise has a very strong sense of smell, very strong. Rosemary is a great essential oil, also strong, right? We're all familiar, some of this spices we're familiar with, right? Rosemary is heavily used in cooking, right? Especially to bring in certain flavor to cooking, right? So essential oils are also amazing, high level. And also something called clary sage, okay? Clary sage, it's two names. Great essential oils for the third eye balance. Okay, now for those of us who need balance on the spiritual level, right? Who need certain guidance, right? Who feel a little lost. They're like, I know I'm supposed to do something, and they feel grounded and everything, but in a spiritual level, or getting certain connections, receiving certain information about what's the purpose in life, you know, connecting to your spiritual self, connecting to your soul, hearing what your soul has to say. That's the purple, the crown chakra. And connection to the divine, and the best essential oils you can use are lotus, right? And I think some people will find that to be quite what do you call that? What did I want to say? It's very interesting that the lotus, right? That the lotus itself is an idea of a connection to the divine, right? The beauty, right? The idea of the lotus flower, right? So it's very interesting that the lotus essential oil is connected, helps you balance this purple, this crown chakra. Myrrh, also myrrh, right? We mentioned the navy color at the third eye chakra. Also on the crown chakra level, myrrh will help. And something we mentioned it before, frankincense, okay? And these are I just mentioned to you, the essential oils by chakras. And now, I want to show you, okay, for those of you on Facebook, I'm going to transfer my camera. For those of you who are not Facebook, actually, I don't have to do it. I'm thinking, let me see. Yeah, I think if I put my hands up, you will be able to see me, right, on Facebook. Okay, I'm going to try to show, no, I'm going to put the camera down to show, let me see if it's possible. Okay, I'm going to show like this. Okay, I'm going to try to figure out a way to show both the Instagram viewers and the Facebook viewers and how to do it. I am personally going to use my rose one. I need a nice boost, nice energy balance. At this point, I have a lot of work I need to do today after the session, so I want to make sure I'm in the utmost mental capacity to do it. So what do? You take the essential oil, you open it up. Now, take your left hand. If you're a righty, take your left hand. If you're a lefty, take your right hand. Take your inactive hand, basically, and put a few, up to 2 to 3 drops, go right here. I'm going to show it to you, okay? This part of your palm, okay? When you view on Facebook, can see me. This part, okay? You guys see there's a little falling in here, right? Between your, like in the middle of your beginning of your palm, the part where it connects your palm to the hand. Okay, you go over here. Very important to put it here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The next thing you do, I want to make sure you guys see me on Facebook. The next thing you do, you're going to take the other hand. First, you go like this. And then this is what you do. You're going to rub your hands together by bringing the essential oil into the middle of your palm, right? Those of you who are good in reflexology, right? Knowing how your palm hands works, right? That's an interesting idea also to think the connection, but bring it here, rub it together. Now you're going to sense the smell now, but we're going to go further, okay? Now, and this is interesting, in a few years, when I was doing this about 3-4 years ago with my students, with my clients, I had to actually explain to them what to do, but nowadays it's going to be easier. I'm going to tell you this way, you put it over your face like a mask, okay? And this is how it works. When you inhale, you put your hands over your nose when you inhale, and then you take it out when you exhale, okay? You have to exhale out of your mask, okay? This is important. Ready, set, go. Let's do this 2-3 times in order to feel the full effect, okay? Yes, you can even put it fully like this, where you even cover put it like this, covering, not including your eyes. You can go further, but a little bit including your eyes, okay? Do it a few times, see how comfortable you feel. The major part, of course, is for your nose to be fully immersed into your palms, where the major essential oil smell and the drops are infused, okay? And when you cover yourself, actually take a deep breath in, okay? Take it away and breathe out. So important to do this. If you don't have any essential oils in your house, I definitely recommend buying. What are the major ones I highly recommend? Orange one, amazing, guys. Everybody likes orange. Other colors, by the way, the essential oils, they sell them. I personally use the ones by Melaleuca, the pure ones. I have a lot of them. I used to be a Melaleuca customer at some point, and I have a lot of them, so I do use them. You can try your other companies. I know other people use other companies. Try your own company, guys. Choose. There are cheaper ones on Amazon. There are more expensive ones. You figure out what you're comfortable with. That's not my job here. I'm not selling you a specific company. I am here just to tell you about the amazing benefits. So the orange color, right? Some smells, I'm going to tell you right away, are very specific, very strong, and you're going to have a hard time. You're going to be like, oh, I can't smell it. Okay. When I used to have a live class, I would have a huge, again, box with all different kind of essential oils, and people would actually choose. Now, how do you smell an essential oil? This is very important, okay? So it doesn't fully affect your ability, right? Doesn't give you too much disbalance. When you open up the essential oil, go like this and smell. Okay, if any of you, you guys remember when you go to like Macy's and big department stores and they try to give you those perfume smells, right? And this is what I do when they put it on the paper. I go like this and I smell it so that I wouldn't be highly infused and it wouldn't cloud too much of my sensory receptors, right? My smell sensory receptors, very important, okay? Again, we just described why, because it really influences your chakras. So you want to make sure that you get the sense, the essential oil smell that will work for you, not put you in further disbalance in certain areas, okay? Orange, test it, works for everybody, okay? That's something, nobody will not like the orange smell. Just want to let you know, yes, it's like the smell of oranges being peeled, but much stronger and in a very good sense, okay? It's not going to be like, you know, when you buy those things you put in the car and they smell disgusting, or the spray. No, this is very, very natural. And by the way, with essential oils, you can buy the empty spray bottles and you can create your own mix of different essential oils. Even I just do water with a lot of orange for the restroom, amazing, and for the rest of the room as well, okay? Lemongrass is great. It actually does smell like fresh grass with a bit of lemon. Okay, again, the good fresh grass, not the ones they smell, not the artificial smell that they sell you in like the sprays. It's so bad. I can't say. I am very receptive to smells, guys. I'm going to tell you a funny story. I was one of the first layers to get sick with pandemic, with the COVID, right? Not pandemic, I mean COVID. During the pandemic, right? I actually got sick like the few days after the quarantine went into effect, with like, what is March 15 or something. And my sense of smell, I know it's very unique. People tell me that never happened with them. My sense of smell was heightened. I remembered myself, I was like, I know I'm not pregnant, but I remember myself being pregnant. During pregnancy, my sense of smell gets very heightened. Everything smells nauseating to me, right? And I just get sick. My pregnancies, I want to give a huge hug to my husband. He was the one cooking for the first 3, 4, 5 months. Okay, I just want to let you know. That's how bad the sense. I have a very heightened sense of smell, extremely heightened. I can smell things away from few rooms away. Okay, like somebody would do, you know, put even in essential oils. I'll be like, oh, why did you do that? Because I can smell it far away. So during the COVID, my sense of smell actually heightened, and no, I didn't lose it. I did lose the taste. Okay, I couldn't taste food for about 3 months, I would say, 2, 3 months. It took me to actually taste the taste of food. But the sense of smell, I didn't lose, and that's very unique. And I think it has to do something to do with me, with my heightened sense of smell. Okay, so I do want to tell you, lemon is amazing. Okay, yes, it's a smell of freshly squeezed lemon, much stronger. And that's what I was saying. All those artificial smell, I cannot take them because they're artificial and they're not natural. This is natural smell. I highly recommend you guys. I stopped using any of those artificial smellants. I use my own. I also have something that's a mix of different essential oils. It's called Vitalize. It has orange and orange similar smells into it, and it's great in the morning. I put it to my kids, you know, before they go to school, and it's great. It gives them, allows them to focus, allows them to stay focused, you know, brainwave, definitely affects the way the brain works, okay? And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, great, Gigi. Thank you, honey, I love you. Otherwise, if you have any questions, welcome to write to me, let me know. I know most of you guys watch me in recording, but again, this is a great way to use with Neurographica. It's especially significant with Neurographic, as I mentioned. In Neurographica, we use 4 senses. This is a great way to bring the 5th sense into it, okay? If you're using other integrative practices like I do during the psychology of money programs and all the sessions that have to do with psychology for people who are not into Neurographica, yes, there are people who are not into Neurographica, and I do work with them. I use this a lot. Ho'oponopono, right? I do a lot of coaching sessions. Well, I use the Ho'oponopono system, and I do use essential oils. There is a whole way you use essential oils for each of the phrases in the Ho'oponopono. So there is so much amazing inner beauty within this method of using essential oils. Now, during the session, we do use essential oils. And remember how we do the breathing in and out? Then we do the meditation. I'm going to do that for you tomorrow in the session, open live session. I'm going to lead a meditation, an amazing, amazing meditation that I usually like to do before we draw Neurographica. I do time permitting, but I will do tomorrow, and it will be recorded, and you will be welcome to use it within your own. It can be used without Neurographic method. It can be used in the morning, in the evening. It's a great, great meditation. I'm inviting you to join me tomorrow. Okay. Thank you again. Wishing you a beautiful day or a night ahead. Saying goodbye. Bye-bye. Have a wonderfully balanced and beautifully smelled day and night ahead of you. Goodbye.